Okay, everyone, this is my spoiler review of X-Men the Animated Series, Season 5, Episode 5, The Fifth Horseman. This originally came out February 8th, 1997, so very close to being the actual end of the show. Hit that sub button if you're watching on YouTube, and if you're on TikTok, please come over to YouTube and hit sub. I can use all the help I can get for this brand new X-Men channel. I'll be covering X-Men 97 very soon, so I can't wait for that. So we open with the first time we see the Hounds. These are the Hounds that work for Cortez, who works for Apocalypse now, and they're trying to capture a vessel for Apocalypse's spirit. So you can never really get rid of this Apocalypse guy, and honestly, you can't really get rid of Cortez either. But you see, they're having trouble getting this mutant boy they're going after. So we see Cortez telling Apocalypse's spirit that in this really cool temple that Apocalypse is in. He's always in a really cool setting, which I like. And you see the deal here. There's always a deal with Apocalypse, and he's always full of it too. He never gives his end of the deal, but he's telling Cortez, if you serve me well, I'll make you the most powerful mutant on Earth. And Cortez is someone who just wants power. But when one of the Hounds reports to Cortez that they lost the boy completely, Cortez flips and turns him back into his regular state because he has this new power from Apocalypse that makes these other people around him stronger or weaker, and now he makes this Hound weaker, and we see the true form reveals it is actually Caliban, who is a Morlock and is a character you actually see in the X-Men movies like Logan. Now, what happens is Caliban is the one who senses a mutant is nearby, and this could be a new vessel for Apocalypse to fix their mess up. But we realize this is Jubilee as the audience, and we see Jubilee and Beast are in their archaeologist attire. So it was nice of Beast to take Jubilee along and teach her things, and she gets him this nice mug about world's best teacher, it says. So it's a nice little setup for a payoff later on with that mug, which we'll get to. But they realize too late their path is leading towards Apocalypse's temple, and when they figure it out, the Hounds attack. But Jubilee recognizes Caliban's name, and when the Hounds shouts out to him, and Caliban recognizes Jubilee. So Caliban actually saves her from falling off the cliff, but he's got to kind of go with the plan right now so he doesn't get in trouble. Now, back at the temple, I do like all these followers of Apocalypse. It's cool they have this face paint on that is representative of Apocalypse's face, the same colors of the makeup and shape. And Cortez reveals what really happened with him. He's basically resurrected by Apocalypse, and he was used as a backup plan for Apocalypse if anything was ever to happen to him. So Apocalypse always thinking way ahead of things, and Cortez was sent to create these Hounds, and Apocalypse showed him where this basically fail-safe temple is, so if anything goes sour in any of his plans, he can always be resurrected here. I love the voice actor of Cortez. I did want to point that out. I just love how much emotion he puts into the part. That's something I think that kind of gets underappreciated in a show like this, but I think he's actually amazing. One of the best voice actors. But Cortez makes Beast, Dark Beast, and he wants him to serve as a Hound. The coolest thing about this episode and the best thing is seeing Dark Beast do his thing, especially when he fights the other Hounds later on. He's a very cool action character in a cartoon like this. I like, though, that Caliban tries to convince Cortez at one point to let someone else be the vessel and not Jubilee, and he's like, no. Like, just totally fails on that. So this is all eating at Caliban's conscience. But in Dark Beast's just craziness at the beginning, he decides to go back to the car that he came in, and he finds a picture of the X-Men, and then he finds that nice mug that Jubilee gave him. So just that nice gesture by Jubilee came full circle, and it also has a nice little photo with him and Jubilee, and that's how he remembers what's really going on here and who he is deep down. So he goes back to the temple. Now, they put Jubilee on the sacrificial altar. It's very Indiana Jones Temple of Doom vibes, the whole look of it. Outfit Cortez is wearing, so you can see the inspiration. But Caliban finally stands up to Cortez. We get this little duel of Caliban versus the other Hounds, and then Dark Beast comes in, which is the best part, and he fights them. Some really cool action here. Just a cool character, and Cortez will make him, though, regular Beast again. But Caliban is able to get Jubilee off of the restraints. They escape with Beast. The big moment here is Cortez gets trapped by a rock, and the ceremony has already started, so something's going to be sacrificed to become Apocalypse's new vessel, and it ends up being Cortez, which is a nice little twist, and Apocalypse is back, so it's a crazy cliffhanger, and they still have a moment here where Caliban feels guilt about what happened, and he says he's unworthy of even being around Jubilee and Beast, but Jubilee is totally understanding because of him being influenced and brainwashed by Cortez and Apocalypse. So overall, this episode I'm going to give a 7.7. It gets points up for Dark Beast. It gets points up for the payoff of the mug and not just having that as a nice little sweet moment for no reason. Having it connect Dark Beast later on to what was really going on was great. It was cool to see Cortez. It was cool to see Apocalypse again. But overall, it's a very forgettable episode. There's not much meat to the bone on this one. It's fun, but it kind of just is paint by numbers and just kind of rolls with what you would do in a show like this. It doesn't have that standout X-Men feel that separates from the rest when they have more emotion to the story, more layers to the story. So it's just one that it's solid, but ultimately not one of the best of the show. Let me know your thoughts on it. I'd love to hear your thoughts. I read every comment, try to respond as many as I can. Hit that sub button, and I'll see you next time.